That's enough of that.
Hey, folks. Welcome. That's right, baby. To the Basement Show podcast. Short. All right.
Minisode.
All right. Here we go. We're going to jump right in for you. The Black Flash of Provincetown. It started with the children coming home in tears and shaking. The children of Provincetown told of a monster that frightened them on the way home from school. Something big. Something that growled. Something all in black. Something that appeared from nowhere and then took off in a flash. Their parents smiled, gave them hugs, and maybe a cookie to calm them down. But it did little to appease the children's fears of this ghoulish phantom they knew was lurking somewhere in Provincetown. No matter how hard they insisted that what they saw was not a figment of their imagination, the adults would not believe them. That is, until Maria Costa was walking home by herself one night. Then, some of the townspeople began to believe that maybe the devil had come to Provincetown. By October in 1939, the summer crowds were long gone. The tourist season ended sharply on Labor Day in those days.
Still does, actually.
Yeah, it still does. By mid-October, the town was pretty much only the 4,500 year-rounders and a few stragglers who had not yet returned home after a summer of painting or partying or both. That's why no one was around one October night as Miss Costa walked by town hall, and from out of the bushes, an inhumanely tall figure dressed all in black jumped out in front of her. He had glowing blue eyes, big silver ears, and the ability to jump like a gazelle.
Wow. I want to be able to jump like a gazelle.
Costa ran into a coffee shop screaming, and several men inside ran down Commercial Street looking for the apparition, but found nothing. The police apparently chuckled after taking a statement from the visibly shaking Costa. But over the next week, several more residents reported being scared to death when this tall, beastly banshee appeared out of nowhere right in front of them as they walked through town. Some called it the Provincetown Phantom, others the Devil of the Dunes, but the name that stuck was the Black Flash, both because of his long hooded black cape and his superhuman ability to run away before anyone could get a good look at the fiend. Radio news reports around the world picked up the story of the Black Flash haunting this tiny village stuck way out in the North Atlantic. It was the perfect sequel to the previous Halloween scare, Orson Welles' War of the Worlds broadcast, which sent folks across the country in a panic out into the streets believing an alien invasion was underway. A story about tiny, eccentric Provincetown and a demon from the dunes was ripe for embellishment by the dramatics favored in radio news reports of the 1930s. Strangely and ironically enough, the place that had the most sober response to the whole phenomenon was Provincetown. In regards to the Black Flash, the Provincetown Advocate ran a headline on October 26th that read, "Fall brings out the Black Flash," with the subheadline, "Hard winter certain as cabin fever stories start." While the world heard of a town gripped in fear, in reality, Provincetown viewed the whole debacle as humorous and annoying. By now, theories were not about whether this was a beast from hell, but perhaps the star sprinter or high jumper on the high school track team playing a prank, or one of the leftover weirdos from the summer.
The beast from hell.
The legend of the Black Flash stayed largely a local tradition until 1984, when Robert Ellis Cahill wrote a book titled New England's Mad and Mysterious Men, which included a chapter on the Black Flash and also claimed the beast terrorized the town for years. Other ghost stories anthologies have since picked up the tale, which many paranormal researchers say is greatly embellished. The story was once again passing on its way to obscurity until the internet age arrived, giving access to a new generation of ghost story enthusiasts all over the world. Wow, that's pretty cool, T.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. I hope Miss Costa's still alive and doing well after
I
her
don't
scare.
know.
But yeah, that's our little story short for you. Hope you enjoyed it. You love us. We love you. We'll be back in tune too. Take us with you, Basement Show. On the go.
Like, subscribe,
share,
Tell a friend.
and tell a friend you don't like. Come on. Love you.
Yes. Yes.